Hi, Task Force Orange here, LTD talking to you. This is a game that I played against a guy named Josh. He got me into the game all those years ago. He's playing a Thrawn list with 2 ISDs, assignment and things, and I just recently watched Rogue One, so I put together a Scarif Gate Raddus list. We played at our local games group, and this is after deployment. We chose contested outpost. He's deployed that way and it's coming at me. He's first player. I only had the 3 activations and the strategic advisor on the board to start with. I had Hammerhead and CR90. The CR90 was in the profundity and the Hammerhead was coming in from hyperspace. I had lots of squadrons, he had none. It was an interesting game. With a number of mistakes on my part. Josh hasn't played in a little while, so he's just getting back into the game. He's a good player and a good friend, and he knows what he's doing. This is the very first time I've ever flown Raddus or my MC-75. Got out of the box for this game. He probably made a little mistake at the beginning of his Thrawn flagship, which is the furthest one there, slowing to speed 1, and so he engaged me in line deep rather than line abreast. And I started sending squadrons in and doing lots of things. We had a little conversation about his different upgrades and what they did, so that's what those cards were flashing there. And yes, I was able to launch all my squadrons in. I also accidentally flew my flotillas in charge of front of each other, so they got a double rammed each other there. Turn 2, and I've won the 2 tokens, being turn 3 now, so I've won the 2 tokens from the station, and to hear I'm deploying my Raddus drop. Here's something I don't know what I did wrong here. So I'm deploying them so they're definitely outside a medium of that ISD2, and the Hammerhead just out, it's a torpedo 1, so just outside of blue, with the idea that he'll move forward at speed 1 and then he'll be in black range and I'll shoot him. But for some reason that turned out not to be the case. I'll need to go and check my measurements on that. I was pretty sure that distance 1 movement was longer than the distance between navigate and medium and black, but not in this game. Here are all my squadrons coming in. Now I've got this activation advantage. The idea is that he will waltz into me and be chopped to bits. And my squadron's doing their thing and taking lots of flak, but doing okay. Jan Ors is there to help with the double blues, so that helps a fair bit. My Corvette failed to roll blanks from the side. I've got Bomber Command on the bluish flotilla there, so that certainly helped with all my lots of blank reds for my X-wing bombers. In my list I had B-wings, but then I remembered there were no B-wings in the Rogue One version, so I replaced them with X-wings and forgot that I had then the resulting 2 points. Maybe I should have put Hondo or Naka in here somewhere. That might have helped in the late game as well. Moving my MC-75 up with the idea that he'll move into range and I'll blow him to bits in a minute. Here's where my torpedo frigate didn't have black range on that ISD, so I shot at the Architens instead and did some severe damage to it, and it'll die in a moment from squadron fighting at the beginning of next turn, I think. So, beginning of turn 4. He's activated his ISD, and very foolishly I've left my Corvette and my Hammerhead both in blue range of that ISD2, so that was a very bad mistake. That cost me big. And he moved forward at speed 1 and avoided the front arc on the MC-75. Here comes everybody else. That's my silvering hair. Here he comes, and the Architens is flacking people and shooting the MC-75. Again, didn't have ECMs on my MC-75. They need ECMs. They die so easily if they can't brace or redirect. I sent some squadrons in to kill that Architens. Probably didn't need to do that. Probably should have concentrated on the ISDs and let the front of the MC-75 kill the Architens, but that's what happened. And here comes Thrawn. squadroning and different things. He was repairing that ISD like crazy. He had Thrawn dials for repairs. He had projection experts on the Architens. He had repair teams on the flotilla. He had heaps of repairs on that ISD too. He rolled all these dice to try and kill my that nearer flotilla, the flotilla nearer to him, and didn't get an accuracy from the Siam in front with spinals and all the rest of it. So he was not impressed. ISD2 shoots at me and comes at me and takes a few more. I've decided that the ISD2 is about to die, so I'm shooting all the rest of my bombers are coming now at the Thrawn flagship in the hopes of killing it by game's end. Yep, so more squadron fighting and all sorts of things. We both had strategic advisors, so it was one of those games where the first round we'd say to each other, well, I'm advising or I'm not, and there we go. Did some long range shots on that guy, and that's where he missed the flotilla without Kraylin's getting accuracy. So the MC-75 takes out the ISD-2 and puts a couple more shots onto Thrawn's ship. Moving on up, and I didn't ram that flotilla, so that was good news. End of turn 5 now. Obviously he gets the station, a few more squadrons. And again, beginning of turn 6, he failed to kill the flotilla. He came within one hull of killing the MC-75. He needed to do, can't remember the exact numbers, but he needed to do 6 or 7 damage, and he got just short. Rolled the right number of accuracies and the whole thing, and just could not kill it. So the MC-75 escapes on one hull and kills the flotilla, and then a futile attempt, last go, failed to kill the ISD. So he came within one hill of killing the MC-75 and winning the game, but that was it. Alright, thanks.